actually moved to Germany? What age were you?
I moved to Germany when I was 12 for 2 years.
Yeah.
And I've been going forever. And then I have an apartment there now, still, because it's a place in Europe.
How did you come to Germany?
My father's an opera singer. And what most people don't understand is that American opera singers all gotta go to Germany because they have opera houses in every little city.
Right.
In America, there's the Met, which my father is singing in next month. There's 3 or 4 open all year long, but in Germany there are opera houses all year long in every little town.
Mm-hmm. So music is a very strong thing in the family.
If I was a doctor, I'd be a freak.
But they moved back to the States.
I moved back to the States.
Yeah.
We were split up a lot.
You moved at the same time? Or?
No, split up a lot. My oldest brother stayed in Munich for a while. He's a saxophone player, jazz, literally free jazz. The second oldest, I'm the youngest. He's into heavy metal. He moved back a year later than I did.
What does this do to a family when you're all sort of split up like this because you moved to another
No, the
country?
last tour I did 2 years ago was the first time my brothers and I, and these are my older brothers, were in the same room for 7 years. It was great.
So what do you think you are, American or German?
No,
or
I'm American.
Everything?
I have no German. I mean, I would say and be very proud if I was German. I'm half Italian and half Russian, and I'm Jewish.
I'm an expatriate myself, and I think sometimes a lot of expatriates, I don't know, it's interesting to know if you feel the same way. Sometimes you get a love, but sometimes you get a love-hate relationship to the place you come to. You've never had that sort of feeling with Germany,
I've always been very... a love-hate relationship to Germany as a Jew, yes. Being an American, I'm very happy. I have a very special relationship to England and Spain.
But it all happened for you anyway in Germany.
A lot happened in Germany. I'm not in the Guinness Book of Records in Germany, but I am in England.
But the things, your career-wise, that's where you...
It started in Germany, yes, you're right.
Have you sort of ever thought that would it have happened in the same way if I hadn't come to Germany?
I can't even think that way because life doesn't work that way. I'm figuring that out now. You know, everybody has another story to tell, and you sit and you talk to people like Elton John or Tina Turner or Billy Joel. And I mean, these are people who've been around 20 years longer than I have, and they all have their own story to tell. So every story is very different. I'm just very fortunate and very happy.
What do you think we should, as Europeans, adopt more to make ourselves better from the States?
You shouldn't do anything. You should be yourself.
So there's nothing at all that you...
Absolutely nothing.
What are the main differences then in working in the States and in Germany?
I could go on for hours. There's not a difference working from America to Germany. Europe is different. European television shows, for instance, America, Johnny Carson. I did Johnny Carson, Solid Gold, all the big ones. You go there in the morning, you're out in 3 hours. In Europe and in England, you're there 2 days. You're doing the Wogan show, all of these, the Top of the Pops. It's 2 days, and that's fine too. It's just different. But I think that Europeans sometimes have a complex that they should be more like Americans, and it shouldn't be that way.
You have this fantastic voice.
Thank you.
Have you ever schooled it in any way,
Not
or have
at
you
all.
sung at home with your father, or what?
No. I must say that I was very well schooled in music. I read and write music. I write a lot of my own songs. I studied at the Juilliard School of Music for a violin. I studied piano. I studied dance. And what I do the best is I sing, and I never took a voice lesson in my life.
That's right, you play violin as well.
I do a lot of that, but I hate it when artists say I do this, and you go, like, prove it. You know, I sing the best, and I never took a voice lesson. And I love to sing very much. I own a studio in New York City, so I'm getting into more in that kind of stuff.
You have a studio in New York City. You live all over the place.
I live in hotels a lot, like every musician. That's what people don't understand. You're always on the road.
But do you have one particular base? Where is that?
New York City.
New York
Manhattan.
City is your actual base now, yeah.
No, I had this tick like a year ago. I had a place in Beverly Hills, a place in London, a place here, a place there. And I said, no, let's consolidate it. And now it's in Manhattan. And the only reason why is, number one, I grew up there. I grew up real poor there. And I always said when I'm rich or whenever I'm grown up, I want an apartment where I grew up. That's what I have. It was getting a bit weird. You know, having these apartments everywhere, you have like 5 sets of clothing everywhere. I didn't want to do that anymore.
I have a feeling that you have an appeal which kind of, if you like, can be compared on the male side to somebody like Julio Iglesias or Cliff Richard or something like that. You have this real broad
is nice.
Appeal.
I'm a broad.
Yes, that as well, but a very broad appeal.
I think so. I'm not sure. When I'm on stage, the best thing for me is to stand on stage and sing live. I work 9 months to a year on every album, and I love every song on an album, whether you like it or not. But singing on stage gives you another chance to sing the song as a creative person, again, a different way. But yeah, the audience is very different, and it's nice. I mean, I'm proud. You know, I mean, I don't think my father would go see me. You know what I'm saying? So it's really nice.
Hasn't he done?
Of course. He was the first person there.
Right. Isn't he proud of you?
Very proud, very proud, very proud.
And your music is a very lasting music. It's not really subject to fads in any way.
I don't know, but I'm glad you said that. Thank you.
And you are 9 months, that much a year. So
9 months to 12 months a year. They say that's how long it takes to make a baby.
Yes.
I'd rather make a record.
You must tell me as well, very interesting, Michael Bolton is a man who's getting a lot of popularity.
Michael.
Yeah, you've worked together a lot with him, haven't you?
No, we're songwriters, and
You did a duet together?
No, we did the duet together after we knew each other 3 years. We're songwriters.
Yeah, Call My Name was a song.
Call My Name, thank you. And we write a lot of songs together, and a lot of songs, even if famous people write songs, nobody buys them. So we knew each other from this direction. And Michael has finally got success in America after, I mean, I don't know how long. So he's kind of like my flag, you know, and I love his voice, and I will only sing with somebody that I love their voice. Elton, Michael, Bolton, Elton John, of course, Michael Bolton. I would love to sing with the Vandross. And then that's it.
All people with fantastic voices.
For now. For me, yeah, that match my voice.
Yeah. Can you tell us a little bit about the song Angel? Because it's very interesting for us being in Scandinavia. Of course, Thomas Ledin, a Swede, who's written the music for that song. How did that came about?
To be honest with you, as a singer, and I'm very fortunate, well-known singer, you get thousands of songs, and you're pushing your CD player, and you listen to like hundreds of songs a day, and you find nothing. This song, I love the song, I love the music. I didn't like the lyrics. So I wrote new lyrics to it. And I'm going to meet him tonight for the first time on live television.
Say hello to him.
Yeah, I will. So I thought it would be better. They said, well, shouldn't you meet each other before? I said, no, let's meet each other right on television. So that's really how it's creative, you know, and it's an art. And he wrote beautiful music.
You talking about songwriters, you do use a lot of different ones.
Always, because even people who aren't famous, in Sweden, he's famous. I didn't know this when I took the song. I was living in Manhattan, and I'm working with Phil Ramone, who's worked with Billy Joel and all these famous people. This really old guy, and I just like the song. So I really pick what I like, and I liked this song.
Do you think you will write more in the future?
Of course, I always write a lot. There are. I mean, with 4 albums, there's, you know, you learn. There's no school that is a star school. It says this is now you're going to be a star. This is what you got to learn. So I've been doing all that, and plus being creative. But yeah, I own my own studio, and I'd like to do more in that. And as every other human being, you'd like to do more than what you're doing now.
Tell us a little bit about the new album where you mentioned Phil Ramone and Christopher Neal. They're the main producers on the new album.
No, Mike Powell too. He worked with Anita Baker. And that's the other thing, when you're very young and you're very inexperienced, you kind of like just take what they give you. And this time I wanted to pick people who worked with singers. And Mike Powell worked with Anita Baker, and this woman can sing, you know? So it was nice for me to work with him also.
So what have been the differences in working with these people compared to people like Faltermeyer?
Nothing at all. I love Faltermeyer. I'm going to work with him again next week. It's difficult for people to understand that you're not just in the music business. We all want to make money and pay our rent, but it's a creative thing. And I didn't use Harold for this last album because I had already 3. You know, it's like a woman. How many men can you have? You know, but we're going to work again together. And I'm doing great, and I feel very happy about it.
And we've been very happy to have you on the show, Jennifer Rush. Thanks very much.
It's a pleasure being here. Thank you.